Hello everyone, welcome to LYCAON Guide. LYCAON is an S-rank ice character. In this guide, we will talk about LYCAON's kit, his skills, talent, and teams in Zenless Zone 0. Let's start with LYCAON's skill. LYCAON's basic attack, Moon Hunter, unleashes up to 5 strikes, dealing physical damage and holding down basic attack to charge up, increasing the power of the attacks and dealing ice damage. His special attack is called Chase of the Hand, unleashes a series of strikes, dealing ice damage by holding down the special attack, increasing its power. Anti-interrupt level is increased while using this skill. His dodge counter is called Etiquette Manuel. He strikes enemy in front and dealing ice damage, and the character is invulnerable while using this skill. LYCAON also has a dash attack. He slides forward and launching a series of strikes in front, dealing physical damage to the enemy. His ultimate is called Mission Complete, unleashes multiple powerful strikes at the enemy in a large area, dealing massive ice damage, and the days dealt at the strike target is increased by 10%. Character is also invulnerable while using this skill. And also, his chain attack as you wish unleashes a series of powerful strikes at the enemy in a small area in front of him, dealing massive ice damage, and the character is also invulnerable while using this skill. His additional ability is called Elegant Predator. When any other character in your squad shares the same attribute or faction, when LYCAON hits a stunned enemy, the target's stun damage multiplier will be increasing by 35%. Now let's talk about LYCAON's talents. The first one will be the Full Moon Momentum. When LYCAON's X special attack hits an enemy, days increases by 12%. This will occur once every 8 seconds. Fully charging the attack adds an extra 10% days. Next up, Energy Feedback. LYCAON gains 5 energy when he stuns an enemy or triggers a squad member's chain attack. This can trigger once every second. Attendant Training. LYCAON's basic attack, dodge, assist, special attack, and chain attack each gain 2 levels. Next up will be Graceful Demeanor. If an enemy attack LYCAON while he is using basic attack or special attack, he immediately gains a shield equal to 7.5% of his max HP, and that will last for 15 seconds. During this time, LYCAON's anti-interrupt level also increases. This effect can trigger once every 15 seconds. Next up, Alpha Nature. So basic attack, dodge, special attack, and chain attack will also increase by 2 levels. Next one will be Ruthless Hunter. When LYCAON hits an enemy with a charge attack, he deals 10% increased damage to that enemy, stacking up to 5 times and lasting for 12 seconds. You can only gain 1 stack per skill use, and repeated triggers will reset the duration. And after all of that, let's go to LYCAON build guide. The best in slot for drive disc for LYCAON build will be Shockstar Disco 4 pieces and 2 pieces of Polar Metal. In this setup, we have more team-oriented build and giving a boost to the entire squad's attack with the Shockstar Disco 4 set that will be activated on cooldown by LYCAON's kit. For some alternatives, you can also use Vagabond Folk and also Polar Metal. The Vagabond Folk setup is less powerful than the Shockstar Disco setup, as the force set simply isn't as strong but still function as a solid buff to LYCAON's kit. If you don't want the Polar Metal, which is the extra ice damage for LYCAON, you can also use Swing Jazz because it gives you energy regen. Next up will be LYCAON stat. LYCAON stat priority is fairly straightforward and follows a typical damage output setup. So for main stat, you will either use crit rate or crit damage for number 4, and number 5 will be pen percentage or attack percentage, and also for 6, you will need the impact percentage. So for the main stat, you will take the standard damage buffing mates, but take the impact percentage on the last slot to fit the LYCAON CC oriented kit. For substat, you will need the crit rate and crit damage percentage, pen and attack percentage, attribute mastery. Regardless of which build you use, the substat priority stays the same and focuses around damage output. For 5-star option, you got 2 options, the Restrained and the Hellfire gear. The Restrain will give you damage and days from basic attack increase. For Hellfire gear, it will increase Lycan's energy regen and also impact. For F2P players, you got 3 options: Steam Oven, Precious Fossilized Core, and also the Vortex Arrow. For Steam Oven, you will get an increase for the impact for Lycan and also it will stack. For Fossilized Core, when the target HP is no longer than 50%, the Equiper inflicts more days. When the target HP is no lower than 75%, this bonus is further enhanced. And the next one will be the Vortex Arrow. The Equiper attack inflicts and more days on their main target. Next up, let's talk about Lycan's team, F2P options, and also the premium one. For premium team, you will get Ellen, Lycan, and Sokaku. Ellen and Lycan have 2 of the most powerful bonus ability in the game, so having them mutually activated is incredible. This is a free-to-play team. You will need Corinne, Lycan, Sokaku. Corinne is a character fully dedicated to the path of charge attack, something that makes dealing damage outside of the stun windows incredibly difficult for her. On top of her kit, also grants bonus damage against stun targets, so Corinne plus Lycan is the best. So if you have Lucy but you don't have Sokaku for some reason, Corinne, Lycan, and Lucy is one of the best character for free to play. Well, I guess that's a wrap on our Zenless Zone Zero guide for now. This is our first ever Zenless Zone Zero guide for a character. So if you have any suggestion for improvement, comment down below, and also which character do you guys want me to make more guides for? Comment down below, and that's it. Have a good day and stay quirky, guys.